2 years ago, when Kevin De Bruyne declared that the JFA League was an insignificant competition, he believed it only made friendly matches more tedious and tiring. 2 years later, the Belgian midfielder has once again infuriated UEFA. This time, he not only criticized UEFA but also FIFA, claiming that there are only 3 weeks between the FIFA Club World Cup and the Premier League season. That is a brief period to rest before entering a season with 80 matches. The FIFA Club World Cup, a tournament established by FIFA in 2000, is held annually in December. Under the old format, the tournament included the champions from the 5 continents and the UEFA Champions League winner, who advanced directly to the semi-finals, playing only 2 matches. However, starting in 2025, FIFA has reformed the tournament, expanding it to 32 teams, with 12 representatives from Europe, which means more than half of the strong European teams. The new format will involve group stages and knockout rounds, with teams having to play at least 3 and at most 4 matches. Kevin De Bruyne is not exaggerating when he says that a season with 80 matches is the maximum that superstars like him might have to endure in the coming year. For example, the Belgian national team will have to play 14 matches in 2024, a relatively low number as they exited early in Euro 2024. In contrast, the English national team will play 17 matches as they reach the final. This number might not decrease in 2025. At the club level, Manchester City played 59 matches last season, a relatively low figure as they were eliminated in the Champions League quarterfinals and the League Cup first round. In the 2022 to 2023 season, Manchester City had to play 61 matches, while Liverpool played 63 matches in the 2021 to 2022 season. From this season, UEFA has reformed the Champions League, increasing the maximum number of matches by 4 from 13 to 17, combined with the FIFA Club World Cup, meaning top European teams might have to play up to 70 matches in a season. Adding in international duties, star players could end up playing up to 85 matches in a season, which is a staggering number. It is understandable why many players are suffering from serious injuries. The Professional Footballers Association, FIF Pro, has threatened legal action against FIFA if the organization does not address the emergency situation players are facing. UEFA and FIFA continually create additional tournaments, seemingly prioritizing money over players' concerns. Top players and coaches such as Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, and Virgil van Dijk have criticized UEFA and FIFA for their greed and disregard for player health. Pep Guardiola, Manchester City's manager, has cited statistics from the insurance company Hen showing that calf injuries have increased by 200% and ankle injuries by 170% over the past 2 years. In response to these criticisms, UEFA President Ceferin stated that the increase in matches is to pay players. Indeed, the financial flows around football have been growing rapidly as FIFA and UEFA implement reforms, such as the FIFA Club World Cup. Previously, the champion of this tournament received about $5 million, but from next year, just participating in the group stage will earn each team at least $50 million. Similarly, the prize pool for the Champions League has increased by more than 20%. Nevertheless, players' health remains a concern that cannot be outweighed by money. After the summer transfer window of 2024, clubs still maintain a squad size of 25 players, and the number of matches for strong teams has increased by 10 to 15%. Kevin De Bruyne and Pep Guardiola's concerns are well-founded. Elite football is becoming increasingly lucrative, but human endurance has limits. Travel and time zone differences also become a nightmare for players, affecting their health and on-field performance. Some players have traveled over 200,000 kilometers in the past 3 seasons, equivalent to circling the globe 5 times. Clubs often have 7 players who play at least 4 matches in a season for both their club and national team. Similar situations occur in other mid-tier European clubs. Players like Lamine Yamal, who is only 16 to 17 years old, have had to play up to 62 matches. Spaniards are worried that Lamine Yamal might follow in the footsteps of Pedri and Gavi, young players who have also had to play frequently, leading to serious injuries. At Euro 2024, we saw players fatigue as major matches like France versus Bruyne, England versus Switzerland unfolded at a sluggish pace. The Professional Footballers Association FIF Pro has threatened legal action against FIFA if the organization does not address the emergency situation players are facing. Europe currently seeks more matches and tournaments to find higher revenue, but this has severe consequences for players in terms of both physical and mental exhaustion. However, every plea for help seems to fall on deaf ears. FIFA is preparing to launch the Intercontinental Super Cup between the European and South American champions, followed by the new version of the Club World Cup with 32 clubs and a revamped UEFA Champions League format. The fixture schedule for players is expected to become even more congested. As Toni Kroos recently stated, the world's largest football organizations only think about financial gains while forgetting that players are mere mortals, not superheroes who can play for clubs and then switch to national teams. New tournaments, such as the Nations League or the expanded Club World Cup, seem merely to maximize profit, pushing players to their physical limits. No one can perform well with such a packed schedule. From pointless friendlies to the Nations League, a tournament that appears scientific but is seen as a farce. Players are being drained and face the risk of injury and illness. When will the FIFA virus finally subside? That concludes today's story video. What do you think about Kevin De Bruyne's comments regarding world football stars becoming tools for UEFA and FIFA? Please leave your thoughts below. Thank you and goodbye.